Join us as we set sail from Ireland to make an offshore passage across the Irish Sea to Wales. Fingers crossed, conditions are better than our last trip and we get the right wind to sail the 67 nautical miles with ease. The fun doesn't end there as a high pressure system settles over the UK, so we head further south to make the most of it. We've never been so relieved to get in, have we?
No, I think you're right. That was a bit of a flog.
The winds predicted the wind we had were just miles apart, so we ended up with a wind on the nose, and it was force 7 for
a decent amount of time.
Quite a few hours.
Yeah, a couple of hours at force 7.
Yeah.
Most of the rest of the journey at 6 or 5.
And always on the nose. Even though the passage we took could have curved like this, we had it on the nose all the way around. It was just the most bizarre trip.
Flogging ourselves into the wind.
Yeah.
Very slow. Every time you hit a wave, you stopped. So instead of taking 5.5 hours, which is what it took last time, it's taken 8.
8 hours of slow progress, but we are in, and it's really sheltered. It's so calm.
You wouldn't think there was a wind at all now.
No, it feels like there's been no wind at all, and I cannot wait to get into my bunk tonight.
I'll have a look at the sieve.
Oh yeah, we had a problem with the engine, forgot to mention that. As we were coming along bashing into wind, we realised that we're not actually putting out enough cooling water, so our sieve is probably blocked. Only in those lumpy wild seas, it wasn't really the time to be stopping the engine when you're heading into a wind and faffing about with it. So we slowed our engine revs down, which meant we weren't smoking. There was some water, and had to just cope with the speeds that we got. That was basically what made it really, really long. But
we're here now.
We're here now.
And I think the chippy's still open, so, you know.
So good night from us. And here's just a little clip to show you Ardglass. It's been a while since we've been in here. A very cute little harbour. Not many boats. Lots of transit boats come in. Lots of slots actually, so that was really good. We were worried we might not get one. Little harbour office. Pretty little town. And there you go. That's Ardglass.
We've got up crack of dawn, and we were not getting a fantastic flow from the engine yesterday for the cooling water, so I've just checked the filter, but I forgot to film it before and after. So unfortunately, we've only got the after. But there wasn't a huge amount of detritus in there. I mean, that's its job, is a filter, but there was bits of shell and some weed, so I've cleaned it all out, given it a good scrub, and hopefully that'll improve the flow.
Fingers crossed.
Well,
let's hope. We'd like to go today. Be nice, wouldn't it?
Good weather window
we want to go to Wales for the heat wave.
Good weather window for the next 24 hours at least.
Maybe it could be a gale force 7 out there.
Oh yeah. According to the forecast, there's a good weather window. Who knows?
Just come outside on the back of the boat, and over here, if I zoom in a bit and get it focused, we've got a lovely heron. It's fishing. And there's another one on the other side of the inlet. We are sort of looking out the back of the boat. And there's the red and green boys to passage in. And there's the other heron. It's full of wildlife this morning. Pretty quiet. It's low water. Watching the birds this morning. This one's having a bath. There's a lot of wildlife here. Lots and lots of birds this morning. Look at all these. I'm just sat on the rocks. Lots of herons fishing. There's another one. You can see a little castle, sort of foliage type thing in the background. I think we filmed that before. It's a very sleepy place, this. Very gentle. If it wasn't going to be good forecast today, I think we would stay happily But there you go. Oh, I think the skipper may have started our engine. I maybe needed to check the water flow. So let's go and see how it looks. We're on the pontoon. Walk down a bit there, you can see Seagull. I'm stiff as a board this morning after last night. The helming into those waves, I've really had a workout. We have water, interestingly. Oh, I think that looks quite good. Do you want to try a few revs? She's definitely got water. We're off to a flying start. We've got the main up, and the skipper is doing the best of things. He's cooking breakfast. I'm starving as usual. The conditions are not bad out here. There you go. It's a fairly gentle day. Seas are gentle. Main is up. Wind's a bit fluky, so it's just the main giving us any help it can. And that's our view out of the front. In the cockpit, though, I have got this lovely view of the mountains there. This is the mountain range off the edge of Collingford Lock. I'm not sure, but I think they're called the Mourne Mountains. I think I need to say a big thank you to the skipper. Breakfast is here. Woohoo! So hot. I am totally starving, so I'm going to eat it now.
After a couple of hours on passage, the wind picked up from a westerly force 2 to a west-southwest force 5, so we unfurled the jib and killed the engine. Our heading was roughly east-southeast, so with a stiff, predominantly westerly breeze, we had a lovely fast point of sail. As we got closer to the west coast, the wind strength dropped back, and we went around to a southerly force 3. It didn't slow us down too much. We still managed to maintain an SOG of about 5.8 knots. In fact, we covered the 67 nautical miles from Ardglass to Holyhead in just over 10 hours, which gave us an average speed of 6.5 knots. It was brilliant fun. We spent all day tweaking the sail and adjusting the heading to squeeze out every last drop of speed.
We're arriving in beautiful sunshine, and I'm finally warm. We've just cleared the Holyhead breakwater. It's quite a long one. And we've got to head all the way down to the other end, where there's a little pontoon for visitors that we can go on. So we're nearly in. We're in Holyhead Sailing Club. We can see the big Irish ferry. We're just spending one night. This is the sailing club. We're on a mooring, visitors mooring. It's a very nice little place. They've got a club launch that comes out, greets you. They've got lots of visitors' buoys. They've got a taxi service to take you ashore, bring you back if you want it. Meanwhile, we're not planning on going ashore, so we're going to phone up and pay later. The skipper is planning tomorrow passage. Where are we looking at going, babe?
Well, we're thinking, I'm going to pronounce this wrong, Porth Incline.
Possibly.
To anchor. It's about 28 miles. But to get there, we have to go around the stacks, the north and south stacks.
So we're having a look.
So, yeah, it's all about timing around the stacks, as with all these things. You get 6 knots of tide and 2 metre seas in a force 3. So, so you've got to be a bit careful.
Yeah, we'll be checking that out before we go.
Yeah, we've done it before, but
we have.
We didn't time it brilliantly, I think, the last time we did it, and we bounced around
a few
minutes.
Yeah.
It was only for a few minutes, but unfortunately I forgot to video it, which is a shame because it would have been quite impressive.
Yeah, it would have been. Should we have some pudding?
Yeah, let's have some pudding.
Let's have pudding. Today's plan is to sail round that headland over there, that's North Stack. We are currently in the harbour at Holyhead, so we've got to go all the way around this wall at the end there to get over there. Beautiful day. It was really foggy when we first got up, but it's now cleared, it's burnt off, so we're very pleased about that. We are just getting ready to go. The skipper's inside. There he is. He's all topped up. He's got his eyelids on. There is a bit of a nip in the air today because of the moisture. And there's a bit of breeze, so we have basically gotten prepared for a bit of cold in the wind. So on the chart, actually, just around here, we have to come around. This is the stack. So we're going to come around North Stack and South Stack. Then we're coming right across this bay to a little anchorage here. It's called Porth Incline. I think it is, probably butchered that. And that's that bay. So when we get there, we're going to anchor here or pick up a visitor's mooring and spend the night there. We're hoping for a good day's sailing. I'm hoping for calm waters, particularly going around the stacks. That's.
So better get a wiggle on.
Better get a wiggle on. Log is prepared. We have stowed everything in sight, so hopefully we'll all be good. Well, we are leaving now, and you can see the Irish fast cat ferry that goes from Holyhead to Dublin. He's coming in now. He slowed right down a minute ago. There was a whole trail of spume of water behind him. But not only have we got that here, we've got this massive cruise ship. There's lots of big ships we have to contend with. We listen to radio channel 12 just to make sure you can hear any shipping movements. We're just heading around the end of this, and then we're going doubling back on ourselves, so we'll be out of the shipping lane then. So it's only this small section. Skipper's looking very pleased with himself. Sun's shining and the fog has gone. Now there is a little just lingering, but it's much better than it was, especially in the direction we're going. The skipper's pointing out, if you look just beyond the breakwater there, there's just a little bit of fog lingering, but we've got some strong sunshine, so it's burning it away nicely. Our slightly later start this morning, just before 10, has meant that it's all burnt off, which is excellent news. So this is North Stacks in front of us. See the white sort of lighthouse on the headland. Sea state's not looking too bad. There's a tiny little rip, but that's all. So I think actually the timing is good. You can just see a little bit of white water tickling over there. I'm going to watch my head on the boom. We're a bit close to the North Stacks. South Stacks is literally just behind this rock. It should appear in a minute. I might just pop myself to one side. There we go. Not the best of camera. That's why I'm moving. The skipper's telling me to mind my head. There it is. And there's South Stacks perched beautifully on its rock. We're hitting a little bit of the turbulence now. It's not terrible because we've timed it right, it's just a little white water. A few little lumps and bumps, nothing too bad. And there we go. She's going through this nicely actually. We've just increased our revs a little bit, make sure we maintain some steerage. We don't want to get washed onto any rocks. And here we go. This little bit's over and then it's fairly smooth water. You can really clearly see the rough and the smooth. Look at that. Now this can get up to 6 metres, even in a force 3, if you just don't time it correctly. So coming through like we are in a bit of a wash is nothing. And we'll be clear in a few metres. So excellent job from the skipper.
There we are.
There he is, smiling, happy. He's timed it right. He's a good skipper. Here we are, just as we've gone around the stacks. We kept hearing this foghorn, and then out of the fog has appeared the Irish ferries. Looks like a ghost ship coming out of that lot. That is one big ship, considering we didn't see it till a few seconds ago. We've got quite good visibility right here on the coast. We're sat here, heading towards South Stacks, just watching the fog rolling in over the lighthouse. It was there before on previous footage, and now it's disappearing. And I don't know if you can hear that deep throaty run. That is the foghorn of the Irish ferry. You can see the little bridge there that you have to cross to go to the lighthouse. You can visit the lighthouse actually. It's a really nice tour. You come down lots of steps down that steep hillside onto that bridge and across, and you can climb all the way up to the top of the light. It's a nice experience. If you get a non-foggy day, not today, you get excellent views from there. We've done it in the past and really enjoyed it. Looking good though. The water's looking calm. Very pleased about that. Where's another boat out here? Just one. It's very much to the right of the screen in the distance, tiny dot. But the race here runs for 7 miles offshore, so you have to go a long way around to get around it, a long way around. So this is why we timed it to come through. Look at the fog on that headland now. It looks so eerie. Covered in fog. Oh, I think. No, that couldn't have been. I thought I heard a horn, but not sure. There may be a fog bank on the other side that we're going into. We'll soon find out. I thought I'd show you the lighthouse in fog and see if you could hear the horn going off, sort of a high-pitched. So I think we might get more fog than we'd hoped for. It's getting a lot louder, that foghorn. We've gotten quite close now. We're rounding the lighthouse.
So adjust the volume for the depth of the fog.
Yeah, they might do. Perhaps it's got a directional sounder as well, so that it actually sounds a lot louder from when you're right at sea from it, rather than sort of behind it. We're kind of in front of it now. And it's got a very clear tone. Very reassuring. And if actually we couldn't see the rock, we'd still know it was there. And it's getting to the point where we can't see a lot, to be honest. We're moving into proper fog, so it's welcome. If I climb up, you can see not a lot. There's fog all the way down the coast.